Friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to online class. Today, class 7, subject English second paper. Our topic is voice. That means change of voice. I hope that you all are well by the grace of kind-hearted Almighty Allah. I am also okay too. You must be very glad to know that we are going to discuss about a very important subject or topics in English, which is one of the most important grammatical points for every class. I think so. Then we are going to discuss about voice. Voice, follow the board and try to understand. I hope that you all are ready with your necessary apparatus, that means pencil, pen, khata, etc. I would like to discuss voice sense in a very easy way for every class. You know that I am very interested to discuss anything, any subject in a very easy way. Thank you. Try to be attentive to this class, please. I think that if you are attentive in my class, then you must be benefited by this class. Thank you very much. Dear students, at first we have to know the definition of voice. Dear students, I think that you are very attentive and listen to my lecture, and you should follow the board and try to write down on your khata the method of expression of deeds and actions is regarded as voice. Dear students, I think that it's clear. Any lesson, any kind of lesson, we must have to know at first the definition of the subject. That means we know what's the definition of tense, voice, narration, etc. So again, please try to understand the method of expression of deed and actions of subject, of subject, of subject is regarded as voice. Okay, dear students, again I am saying this. The method of expression of deeds and actions of subject is regarded as voice. Okay, thank you. I would like to discuss kind. Dear students, there are two kinds of voice in English. One is active. Please write down active voice. Another is passive voyage. Okay. Okay, dear students, I think that it's clear to you. We have known by this discussion that there are two kinds of voice in English. One is active voice and another is passive voice. Now we want to know the definition of active voice. AV, it's in abbreviation. AV, A for active and V for voyage. Okay, my dear student, active voyage when a sentence is subject main is called active voyage. Okay. When a sentence is subject main is called or regarded an active voyage. Okay. That means how to we find out an active voice from a sentence. Dear students, we know that the soul of a sentence is the verb. The soul or heart of a sentence is verb. When the subject of the sentence before the verb of the sentence, we must realize the sentence as an active voyage, such as number one, we drink pure water. Thank you, every student. Subject at first place, a verb. Then it is regarded as active voyage. Number two, she was cooking some food. Here try to understand, please, every student, my dear students, try to understand. Was cooking, here verb and subject is before it. So we are able to understand the real theme to find out any kind of active voice from a lesson, from a sentence, etc. That means you must have to follow again, say, if the subject is at before place of verb is regarded as active voice. Okay. Then passive voice. The voice which is object main is called passive voice. Okay, dear students, I hope that you are quite able to understand the sentence that means the definition of passive voice. The voice which is object main is called passive voice. Okay, how to find the passive voice? For this, you must be attentive to this class. Pure water is drunk by us. Here, try to understand every student. Pure water is the object of this sentence, or another name is dough or agent. If the dough or agent, that means who or which uh, does the or performs the verb of the sentence is regarded as dough or agent. If the agent is at first place of verb, of course it will be regarded passive voice. Such as is drunk, object at first place. Subject here. So we can say in a word that if the object is at first place of verb, it must be regarded as passive voice. Okay. Some foods are cooked by mother. Here, try to understand some foods, not subject, it's object. Okay, that means door or agent, which does not perform the verb of this sentence. So it is called passive voice. Dear students, we must have to realize that when we try to change voice from active to passive, we must have to realize that for the making a passive form, verb must be three form. That means V3. V3 means past participle. Write down please. That means we can say in a word that we must have to use V3 form: eaten, drunk, written, run, made, etc. That means V3 must be used in passive form. Okay. In this regard, I want to say that every student is badly in need of the conjugation of verb. That means four forms of verbs. That means present form, past participle, and present participle. And you must have to realize that if you want to gain success in the performance of changing voice, you must have to know all the structures of tenses. We know that there are 12 forms of tense, but it's my own thought that there are 96 forms of tense. When discuss, I will discuss it, I must discuss clearly how there are 96 parts or formats of tense. Then we are going to discuss our subject. That means if you want to gain success in changing voice, you must have to know the structure of sentence or tense. Present indefinite, present indefinite. Structure of active voice, subject, verb, that means V1, object. Please try to understand, every student, my dear students. I want to again say that voice change or changing voice is one of the most essential part of English. PV O2S M is R V3 by or preposition plus subject to object. Most important thing, most important word in active voice, object must be subject. We eat rice. It's a very common sentence. Here, rice object of this sentence, but when we want to change it into passive, rice must be said at first place of the sentence. Rice, according to it, M is R must be said. Okay, understand? Is eaten by us. Dear students, I expect that you are able to understand subject, subject, verb B1, object, object. In passive term, object turn to be subject. M is R, any according to the new subject, rice is V3 eaten by preposition or by. Generally, by is used usually. As a result, by has become forward here by us. Okay? Take your khata and pen and try to write down all kinds of sentences for the purpose of changing voice. Okay? 2. She makes a nice doll. Okay? We play cricket. Okay? They run, R-U-N, run a race. Dear students, I have written here 3 sentences for exercise, please. Here, object a nice dog. A nice doll. According to the subject, nice doll is makes. What's the past participle of make? Made. Made by she, her. We play cricket. Cricket is played by us. Arrange is run by them. Okay, here I think that all the structure here okay, because a nice doll is V3 by she, her, her for she. We play cricket. Cricket is played by us. They run a race. A race is run by them. Okay? In this regard, we are badly in need of knowing the changing of subject and object. Subject, object. Write down please. Subject, I, me. We, us. He, him. She, her. They, them. Please write down. You for you, eat, name for name. That means salam, salam. Salma, Salma. Okay. I hope that you all have been able to understand the changing of subject and object. It's the most important lesson. It's the most important point for changing voice from active to passive. Dear students, I expect the class will be okay for you. I will discuss again and again gradually part 1, part 2 of changing voice, no problem. Okay. See again for the purpose of changing voice. And before the end of this lesson, I want to say that you must have to know the conjugation of verbs clearly. We know that English is not our mother tongue, so not only English but also any kind of language, foreign language, we must have to know them with the meaning of our own language, that means in Bengali term. If you want to gain success, if you want to understand any kind of lesson. Okay, thank you. See again by the grace of Allah, if we live. Okay, thank you very much.